Welcome back to the M2 podcast. I'm your host, Michael Antony. My co-host right here is Kyle Heath. We're returning from break. We're starting off with episode 1 of season 6. If you're new here, this is the show where we basically cover gaming industry related news. We dive into a little bit of technology and like stuff that's going to be impactful for the gaming industry. Overall, just like performance of new tech. And what do you say, Kyle? Like content creation, esports, stuff like that. But at the beginning of every episode, we like to check in with each other, see how we're doing. Been a while since Kyle and I actually got a chance to sit down. Literally, what, like a month, dude? Had to
Yeah,
be.
pretty much.
So what have you been up to? One of the things I want to ask is like, have you made any upgrades to your personal setup? Do you have anything interesting that you had going on? I know right now you're kind of under the weather,
Yeah,
so there are going to be moments where you're going to have to take care of whatever you got to take care of.
yeah,
But
yeah. There
yeah,
may
what's
be
going on, dude?
maybe some awkward pauses every now and again, as I don't cough in everyone's ear. But yeah, still a little under the weather. Which is funny because I went on vacation, kind of pretty much right after Christmas. Went on a little vacation, and I was very particular on this trip about like not touching my face much and just trying to like avoid sickness because especially I don't know this past month seems like everybody's getting sick and there's just stuff
Oh
going
yeah.
around. So and luckily enough, I felt like I dodged getting sick off that trip, and so really happy about that. And then about a week later, started noticing some like minor sort of onset of something. Like it was weird. It was like I wasn't sure if it was like allergies or something because like my throat was a little scratchy, and I was like I started developing a little bit of a cough, and I was like, I mean, I wasn't thinking much of it. I was like, okay, this normally if I have like the flu or COVID or something, it's like it's normally it onsets a lot quicker than this, and it's much worse. I was like, okay, probably nothing. So kind of just had a lot to do at work anyway, so kind of just trucked through the week, and I was like, all right, feeling pretty good. Weekend rolls around, starting to feel like I'm kind of on the upswing. I'm like, all right, I'm kind of getting better. And then, dude, Monday morning hit. Oh, baby.
Oh,
Dude, it just like all just hit me at once. I woke up with a fever, chills, body was like aching. I like
jeez, dude.
struggled to even get in the shower. And so I ended up showering and I was like, yeah, I definitely don't feel right. So I took my temperature and it was like 101. I was like, well, this is not good. So pretty much immediately was like messaging people at work. I was like, yeah, I'm definitely definitely gonna have to rest today. So um ended up taking a day and luckily that only lasted for a day. But pretty much
That's good.
ever since then it's just been like cough and congestion and
Oh yeah.
yeah,
You might have
luckily.
like a flu or something if you had
Yeah.
a fever like that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird because I don't know, like whenever someone like tells me they have the flu, I always expect they're like in my mind I feel like they're just bedridden for days on end. It's like it lasts a
Oh,
long time.
you
It's not
can
that.
you can definitely be that way.
Yeah.
Make no mistake.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's like if it's I mean, I guess if it is the flu, it's like it's maybe not as severe as most cases, but um I don't know. But like certainly with a fever, it's I feel like it's either COVID or something. Because even with colds, I feel like I don't really get fevers. Like sometimes I get like night chills, but
Yeah.
I don't really get like a fever. So I don't know. It's kind of out of the ordinary, but um, regardless, I was like, I didn't want to delay the start of this show into the new year another week. So we're here. We're gonna try and truck through it, and we're gonna give it
Well,
our
I
all.
appreciate you, man.
So yeah, dude.
Have you had an opportunity to play any new games at all?
In
I
terms
know
of
you've been
new,
sick, so you've probably just been chilling, but
I mean, I mean, really, like the worst of it really has been this week. So and even I even played some Baldur's Gate last night a little bit. So it's still getting kind of some of those sessions in, and still kind of got 2 campaigns going there, and that's kind of a regular thing, at least once a week. So I got that going. But really, outside of that, I must say, so I'm still playing Indiana Jones, which is probably surprising
very
considering it's
cool.
been a month. I haven't beat the game yet, but
It doesn't have that many hours to complete either. It's like 16
well,
hours or something.
that's if you just do the main story, Mike. If you do
Oh,
no
okay.
side
My bad.
content, like 15, 16
My bad.
hours, listen, I like randomly decided I was like going through the side content. I was like, I'm really enjoying this, so um, I was just playing it, and after a while, I was like, I'm really actually enjoying a lot of the side content. So I started completing a lot of it, and then about like halfway through, like doing like completion of the side content, I was like, I could really find myself just like not doing 100% completion, but like at least getting like a good 90% of this game just like done. Because I was loving the environments. I think the kind of gameplay loops are fun to me. There's some aspects of the game I'm not like super fond of, especially late game. Stuff like the combat. It did start to grow on me some, but I still feel like there's some aspects I wish was more improved with that, with like the movements and animations. But I don't know. I think they did a really good job of like, as Indiana Jones, like you can really essentially take like books and stuff, and he can learn different abilities and really become like honestly OP towards the end of the game and fighting and stuff like that.
Oh, I believe that. Yeah.
Because like you can really max out your stamina and you could become like a force to be reckoned with. So it was fun kind of seeing that progression. And it's like I'm at the point of the game now where it's like I was so. It's kind of interesting because like there's a really heavy emphasis on stealth at the start of the game. And so it's like, and I really wasn't a fan of it. And I was almost like, oh, dude, I don't know if I can like do this all game. I'm just like doing the stealth route. It's kind of why I gave up on Dishonored, I think, at a certain point, because I was like, I'm just not like a huge fan of like trying to lay low and all that. But like as I started to kind of like pick up these books and abilities and learn more and actually get more HP and stuff like that, then the game really kind of opens up a lot more. And so it's really kind of you can kind of just walk in and then you can like 1v10 easily and you're just like fist fighting everyone. It's kind of hilarious.
Just destroy everybody.
Yeah, but it's weird with the stealth too, because like in certain areas there could be like 20-30 people in a little camp, but the game has a weird way of kind of isolating certain areas. So there's like maybe 3 or 4 enemies around a little like part of that camp. If you just fight them, it actually doesn't alert people nearby, which is kind of interesting. So like you can kind of like you can just like beat a few people up and then just continue on your business through the camp, and then no one will have any idea. So you just leave, and it's like don't mind the 4 people like knocked out.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny, but
it is pretty funny how that happens. That's like old school games used to have that issue.
Yeah.
And I think with Splinter Cell it changed. And then I only recently started playing the COD campaign again, and in missions they alert you. Like if they find the body, it alerts them of your presence.
Yeah.
So it's weird that Indiana Jones doesn't have that. I need to play it at some point.
It did throw me off at first because it didn't seem like a modern kind of mechanic. I feel like, but then again,
it doesn't.
I think I can also see maybe why it could have been like a design choice, because it's like if it is like a 1v30, like even if you are like the highest level you could be and stuff, it's probably would be overwhelming still. So it's probably their way of kind of balancing that, kind of, not throwing too much at you, but also kind of giving you a chance. So I don't know.
That's a good point. Yeah, it is a balancing act at the end of the day. You don't want to just like destroy somebody's dreams at the beginning of the game.
Right. Yeah. So
that's cool.
I think it was intentional, but I don't know, man. I'm literally at the last like section, and I think this section's only like a couple hours, and then I'll complete the game. But pretty much up to this point, I've done everything in the game except collect like the little like notes and kind of extra stuff around some of the maps. Outside of that, I've done like pretty much everything else. So I'm at this point, I think I'm at like 40 something hours because I'm just like walking around, running around and stuff. I don't know. I put a lot into this game, so overall, it's a great game to me. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, almost done with it, and then after that, I'll just be probably awaiting for some Avowed or something next month. So
yeah, I'm actually pretty excited to get into the games that are coming out relatively soon, and just also for the entire year, like Fable possibly making an appearance. That'd be sick. So plenty of games.
Yeah, there's plenty to play, but yeah, I don't know. I'm happy Indiana Jones lasted me this long because I didn't think it would. So it's lasted me well into January at this point. So happy about that. It's kind of carried me over. So yeah, but I'm very this could be, I feel like, a pretty big year for games. So I'm excited for this year in particular.
I feel like we say that every year though.
I mean, we do.
It's like this is a big year for games.
I mean, in 23, I think it's fair to say like we had a couple. We had like Hogwarts Legacy, and there's a couple kind of big things. But 24. I mean, I guess there wasn't. I mean, I should say. I mean, 23 was Hogwarts Legacy. Baldur's Gate 3 came out. I didn't play it till this past year, but there was a lot of good games that came out then. 24 maybe wasn't as kind of like bang bang as what we expect 25 to be. There's probably going to be a decent amount of games, I'm sure, that are announced for this year. will get delayed. It's inevitable, but um, I'm hoping it's not too much, but we'll see. I think there's a lot.
Sure.
There's still a lot of TBD, I think, left on a lot of these titles, so it gets me a little nervous, but we'll see how it shakes out. I anticipate we'll see some numerous delays. I don't know. I will say I almost have my money that GTA 6 is probably not this year. Like I'd be willing to almost bet money on that. I know they still have it for this year. I feel like it's a 2026 to me. I'd be very surprised if it did come out later this year. But we'll see. Maybe Rockstar surprises.
I think it would be a massive surprise if it comes out this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my feeling. So I don't know, man. But I mean, game wise, that was all I really played. It's kind of those two things and held me over. But I mean, I've been seeing this man right here. Everyone, Mad Mike, this guy right here has been grinding Marvel Rivals. It's all I see in this dude's Discord status the past like couple weeks. So,
Dude, yeah. Every time you see me online, it's I've been playing Marvel Rivals pretty much. Just trying like so I for context for everybody, that when Overwatch came out, it didn't have a PC at the time. I think the Overwatch came out in like 2016 or something like that. I was
yeah,
playing it on my console, and I was playing it on my console in like an old computer chair on a TV that I still have in the living room. That TV is dying, by the way.
oh,
Insignia TVs do not hold up. Um, that one right there is dead too, but
oh
whatever.
man,
It looks good for now. Uh, it's the color alteration is pretty bad, but I love those style games. I thought they were very interesting when they first came out, and there were some changes that Overwatch made, and anybody that's ever played it understands that some of the changes weren't for the better. Well, like Marvel Rivals came out, I was kind of a hater. Then I started playing it. I get the feeling of like, oh yeah, this feels like how Overwatch was day one, and there's a bit of a twist with it of how you get a bit of a like a collaboration boost based on different characters on the team.
right,
So if you have like three different characters from around the same universe or they complement each other based on their individual hero abilities, then you get a little plus percentage bonus to maybe your health and
hmm,
stuff like that. And it's pretty cool to see. Um, and I thought that was very interesting, and it adds like a new dynamic that I hadn't seen in a while. It's gonna be so difficult for them to actually like balance the characters, but that's been my like game of choice recently is just grinding Marvel Rivals. I what I need to do is start playing Indiana Jones though. I have these like 50-foot cables that I want to use like for HDMI and do a pass through capture card and just like stream it.
yeah,
Just gameplay and like I'll have my voice and stuff, but it's mostly just like if I'm gonna game, I kind of just want to stream it too and have that like maybe if somebody's bored and they want to check in or just like have one of those story driven streams where it's not overwhelming. You get to just sit back and watch people game to game.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I'm trying to do that at some point. But dude,
yeah,
my whole thing now is like I was telling you, I'm just excited to have a chair now because before I was
yeah,
using like the worst chair imaginable. I
mm,
got both my monitors now up on like a little what's it called arm
yeah,
so I can pull it really close if I wanted to.
yeah. It's
I can
awesome.
move them really high up. It's so convenient. And it's just overall I've been trying to get a little bit more focused in terms of one content creation, one work. A lot of stuff going on for me on the personal side for work. And yeah, dude, I'm just excited to get into this year. I think we can have a pretty successful year overall.
Yeah,
Basically what my goal is.
yeah. I think yeah. I mean, I think content wise, I it's hard for me to find the motivation sometimes, but I think this year,
Oh, for
I think we
sure.
could really I think it'd be really beneficial to start picking up the shorts and stuff again. That's my hope. I mean,
Yeah.
um, so we'll see how things go for sure, but I don't know. I mean, I do miss doing some of that stuff and creating that content, and at least getting out like short form clips again. So, or even
Oh
like the
yeah, man.
just the segments. So, yeah, we'll see how it all goes. But, yeah, it's awesome to hear. Yeah, I think overall, should be a good one. But yeah, and I mean, one more thing on Indiana Jones mentioned. It's really obviously amazing story. I will say Troy Baker as Indiana Jones, pretty good. I think most of the time it's one of those performances where I literally just forget it's him. It's so kind of
Oh yeah,
unrecognizable and
nice.
stuff. So
Good.
I think if someone does that good of a job, it's like, yeah, it's good because I'm not the whole time not like, oh, that's Troy Baker. It's clearly Troy. Like I don't get that at all in
It
this.
does take
So
you out of it, yeah.
Yeah, he did a really good
That's
job.
certainly
So,
a good thing.
yeah,
Very
yeah,
exciting stuff.
it's awesome.
Yeah, man, it's just I think it's gonna be a good year for games. I think I'm finally gonna be able to knock out a lot of my backlog. I really think that's gonna be a possibility this year. I'm yeah, I'm not as stressed as I was last year because last year I had like lifestyle
A
milestone
lot of
like
lifestyles.
milestones,
A lot of
and
lifestyles.
it's like you and I talked about doing like bringing guests on the show and doing interviews, like getting takes off people, um, possibly like
Yeah,
interacting with people
because
in terms of sponsors or collaborations. And we couldn't really
I mean,
get to it
yeah,
because like you were slammed with work, I was slammed with work, but also getting destroyed with lifestyle stuff that I
yeah,
had to plan for.
yeah.
It was I feel kind of wide open for this year, to be honest.
Which yeah, it's good. Good to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely like to do guests. I mean, there's a lot of planning involved, so I won't commit to anything per se, but
Yeah.
I think just bringing on a couple recurring guests or something. I think a couple
Oh yeah.
we definitely have some people in mind. So
Oh yeah.
this year would probably be a good year to make it happen. It sounds like so.
Yeah.
Um,
It's pretty funny. One of my buddies, two of my buddies, they don't have like any like social media background or following or anything like that, but they've messaged me and they're just like, let's start a podcast. I'm like, uh, I've been working on one for like 5 years now. Like,
yeah,
so if you want to come on for an episode, come on.
like hey man, it's a lot of work. I'm just saying. So
Yeah.
especially if you want to do it right, and yeah, there's a lot of things we could have done better. So it's a lot of
Yeah.
lessons learned.
It,
So it's kind of one of those
that
things,
that
man.
that's 100% like the point. So I'm looking forward to it, but I think we should actually get to the news and what's been happening, particularly this week. I really wanted to talk about the Switch 2. To be honest, before we like sat down and got ready for everything, I was hoping that would how sick would it be right before we start recording that the Switch 2
That
got
yeah,
announced.
that'd be like our story at the
Yeah.
beginning of the year. Oh,
Oh, that'd be so sick. But
what a work.
instead, which I think is still pretty good, we're going to be talking about CES and Nvidia cards. And I'm pretty excited about Nvidia cards, dude, because I want a new card. I want a like 4080 or something. And these
Oh yeah.
50 series are yeah, they're literally a game changer. I mean, that's in the first thing for everybody that's watching.
Oh, let's get
So,
into it, dude.
you guys start us off? Yeah, let's start us off.
Let's get into it. So yeah, dude. First article of the year. We're gonna talk about talk with Nvidia. Obviously, start of every year. CES is generally when Nvidia announces the new cards, what to expect for the year. This year was no different. So this comes from Tom Warren at The Verge. Says Nvidia announces next gen RTX 5090 and RTX 5080 GPUs. There's 4 new RTX 50 series GPUs on the way, including a $2,000 RTX 5090. $2,000, Mike. $2,000. Insane.
It's a lot of money. But
It's a lot of money.
the reason why I'm excited, dude, is it's got to drive down the prices of the older generation cards, right?
It always does, yeah. Yeah, it always does.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a $1,000 RTX 5080. So let's talk about the specs. We're throwing out these numbers, but like, what does this amount of money actually get you? Is the real question. So, NVIDIA is officially announcing the RTX 50 series GPUs. After months of leaks and rumors, the next generation RTX Blackwell GPUs are now official, and there are 4 of them on the way. NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang revealed the RTX 50 series GPUs during a CES keynote this evening. So this is the evening of January 6th. So quite a while ago, but he announced a $2,000 RTX 5090, $1,000 5080, and a $750 5070 Ti, $550 5070. NVIDIA's new RTX 5090 and 5080 GPUs will both be available on January 30th, with the RTX 5070 Ti and 5070 to follow in February. He says,
It,
yeah, what you got, Mike?
yeah, these release dates are pretty much the same. They've always been every single year when they release the new generation. It's like, okay, we made the announcement in a couple of weeks. I think CES was when? The beginning of the year, basically.
Yeah,
I think
pretty
it's
much always.
January 6th or
It's like
something
first
when it
week, yeah.
starts.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
And then they're like, okay, like 2.5, 3 weeks from now, it's going to be out at stores.
Yeah, like the
Um,
flagship will be out. And then,
yeah, the flagship will yet be out, and then the variations will be coming out like the month afterwards.
yeah, like those mid low
Um,
tiers.
Yeah,
So,
I'm curious mostly of like the discounts that's going to come across with the other cards. So let's go.
oh yeah. So the RTX 50 series GPUs include a new design for the Founders Edition with just two double flow-through fans, a 3D vapor chamber, and GDDR7 memory. All the RTX 50 series cards are PCIe Gen 5 and include DisplayPort 2.1B connectors to drive displays up to 8K and 165 hertz. It's kind of crazy for 8K. Jeez.
That's overkill.
For most people, yes. Yeah.
Do
I
they
mean,
even have a monitor that can do 8K 165?
I
That's
was going to say, I think it's overkill for everyone at this point.
yeah.
Man. Surprisingly, the RTX 5090 Founders Edition will be a 2-slot GPU and it will be capable of fitting inside small form factor PCs. That's crazy. They actually drove the form factor down that much in the flagship.
Wild.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Um, so, a big departure from the size of the RTX 4090. Yeah, no kidding. The RTX 5090 has 32 gigabytes of GDDR7, a memory bandwidth of 1792 gigabits per second. Gigabytes per second. I don't know which one. And a massive 21K, so 21760 CUDA cores. 21,000. It's crazy. CUDA cores. So.
It's overkill. It's so overkill, but it's also pretty sick. I've seen a lot of people talk about like Linus Tech Tips, which we're going to mention. Um, if not this article, the next one is he was the first person to game on the 5070 or the 50 was it 50 I think it was a 5080 actually. And it basically blew everything out of the water and he basically it got to the point where he was like, okay, ray tracing is now a requirement on everything going forward if you do
Yeah.
this. It's just we're so far ahead in
Yeah,
terms of
like
hardware.
you have no reason not to run everything crazy high. So,
Yeah.
yeah. It's crazy, man. So, this all adds up to the GPU that Nvidia says will be 2 times faster than the 4090, thanks to DLSS 4 and the Blackwell architecture. But it will come at a cost of power consumption, as Nvidia says the RTX 5090 will have a total graphics power of 575 watts and a recommended PSU requirement of 1,000 watts. That's 125 watts more than the RTX 4090. But hopefully, the 5090 will be a lot more power efficient so that you'll rarely be using the full 575 watts. There's obviously a little comparison video that they did of the 5090 compared to the 4090, obviously with the upgraded DLSS and everything, kind of showing the difference. And it's we're talking about 140, 130 frame difference,
Yeah.
with ray tracing on between DLSS and the cards. I mean, this is on Cyberpunk. It looks like it's crazy, man. So Nvidia demonstrated Cyberpunk 2077 running on a 5090 with DLSS 4 at 238 frames per second compared to the 106 FPS on a RTX 4090 on DLSS 3.5. Both GPUs are running the game with full ray tracing enabled. The RTX 5080 is designed to be twice as fast as the 4080 and will include 16 gigabytes of GDDR7 memory, memory bandwidth of 960 gigabytes per second, and 10,752 CUDA cores. The 5080 will have a total graphics power of 360 watts, and NVIDIA is recommending a 850 watt power supply. NVIDIA is promising big performance gains with the RTX 5080 over the previous 4080 model as a result of these specs. And here we go. Here comes the graphics. Here come the graphics that are made by the vendor themselves, right?
Yeah.
Not much
yeah,
metrics.
It always makes it look so. Notice how it says there's a multiplier on the left, by the way. You see that? It's
0,
not even like
1 times, 2 times. What? 2 times FPS? Well, I mean, relative performance is their metric. I mean, all right. Not really much metrics brought off of today. You know, we always say take the manufacturer's graphics with a grain of salt, always. But I mean, I think it's, the video is a good indicator that it probably is a massive upgrade from previous generation.
The video to me with the actual FPS and just the overall quality matters more than I think any chart.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah, it's they have one for the 5090 as well as the 5080, kind of showing the difference between the I guess the respective slots of the generations. So you see all that. Nvidia is also launching a RTX 5070 Ti and RTX 5070. The 5070 Ti includes 16 gigs of GDDR7 memory bandwidth of 896 gigabytes per second, and 8,960 CUDA cores. 5070 is 12 gigs of GDDR7 memory bandwidth of 672 gigabytes per second, 6144 CUDA cores. The 5070 Ti will have a total graphics power of 300 watts and require a 750 watt PSU, while the 5070 will have a total graphics power of 250 watts and only need a 650 watt PSU. Nvidia says the RTX 5070 Ti will be 2 times faster than the 4070 Ti, and the 5070 should be twice as fast as the 5070 should be twice as fast as the 4070. So see, a nice little trend here, I guess, between the generations, kind of going for double everything.
Of course, yeah.
Hong even claimed on stage at CES that the RTX 5070 will deliver RTX 4090 performance at $550. All right, man.
What?
Mike's looking at the current gen
Okay.
now.
Well, yeah, I mean, now that's seriously what I was thinking, because it's like maybe that makes the most sense. 4090 performance of $550 with the 5070. It's like, that's crazy. I just don't know
Yeah,
if my computer current build can handle that, you know?
there ain't no way.
That becomes
That's a
the
whole
issue.
upgrade, dude. It's a whole upgrade right there.
Yeah.
Even in a
And
40
then at
series,
that
Mike.
point,
Even at a 40 series, bro, you might have to look into upgrading other stuff, dude. I ain't
oh,
gonna lie.
I looked into it. I bought the motherboard
Okay.
that will allow the upgrade,
Okay.
and I did that very early on.
I got you.
Yeah.
But yeah, they do have a caveat to those numbers, saying it would deliver kind of the same level. This is undoubtedly because of DLSS 4 improvements and not just pure rasterization performance. So it likely is because DLSS is carrying a lot of that load.
Yeah.
Something to keep in mind. Nvidia said they're also bringing the 50 series to laptops with an RTX 5090 laptop GPU debuting the 24 gigs of GDDR7, a 5080 laptop GPU that will ship with 16 gigs of GDDR7, the 5070 Ti with 12 gigs, and a 5070 with just 8 gigs of memory. RTX 50 series laptops will be available starting in March with a variety of PC makers. So, I mean, look, to be honest, I mean, for me, probably not buying a gaming laptop personally. Very niche market, I feel
Yeah.
like. But, I mean, there's a lot of people out there
I
who probably benefit, but not me.
That's what I was thinking too. I think if you already have a PC that can do games, why not just like get a very normal laptop and then remote desktop and stream
Yep.
video games?
Do that too, yeah. There's a lot of
But
streaming services now. I mean,
yeah,
it's
and
doable.
they're all free. So it's like
Yep.
there are other options than going and spending a buttload of money on a laptop like this.
It's true, yeah. Yeah, you really don't need to, I think, for most cases, but
No, but if you don't have a desktop and maybe you're like a renter, or you don't have the furniture that's required for a desktop or the monitors, like, yeah, this is I mean, it's a
yeah.
viable option.
Laptop with a little docking station and controller or something. Hey,
Yeah,
make it work.
just saying.
Sure. So, continue on, just a little bit left. But Hong demonstrated NVIDIA's RTX Blackwell GPUs with a real-time rendering demo at the beginning of the company's CES keynote. The demo included new RTX neural materials, RTX neural faces, text animation, and even DLSS 4. Saying, quote, the new generation of DLSS can generate beyond frames. It can predict the future, he says. We use GeForce to enable AI, and now AI is revolutionizing GeForce. AI, Mike. AI. NVIDIA's new RTX neural shaders can be used to compress textures in games, while RTX neural faces aim to improve face quality using generative AI. Next generation of DLSS includes multi-frame generation, which generates up to 3 additional frames per traditional frame and can multiply frame
Yep.
rates by up to 8 times over traditional rendering, according to NVIDIA. Oh, baby. We're predicting the future, generating frames.
I mean, that's basically what's happening. They're just gearing up for AI being an assistant to all hardware going forward.
Yeah,
Which
there's
I
a.
think, honestly, man, I think makes sense, because I've been saying for a while, not just video games in particular, like their software is just not optimized most of the time. It's not stable, but if they can have like an AI built into the GPU and it runs natively, I mean,
Yeah,
dude, the sky is kind of like it's kind of like like the sky's the limit kind of
Yeah,
thing. You
could
know,
be helpful. I mean,
you can do a lot of the different things.
yeah, there's an article we didn't include, but I think it was mentioned. I think Nvidia's keynote, and it was about I think PUBG Ally is what it's called, and it's kind of Nvidia's attempt at actually making like viable
Oh,
teammates
yeah,
with AI. So it's
yes,
like if you actually have no one to play with, you could just actually get a couple AI on your team, and they're actually like not
yeah.
bad. Like it's kind of crazy. Um, so I
Yeah,
don't
they
know,
were
dude.
they were showcasing that and like the intelligence of them to make the right decisions. I mean, dude, there are games that are coming out from publishers that are iffy that actually developed solid AI
Yeah,
uh to work alongside you, which is always good.
yeah, it's crazy, man. I mean, yeah, it's something I didn't think about of like making actual good like bots on your team, so to speak. So
Yes.
it's like, I
Yeah.
mean, it's probably better than it ever has been. Hmm. Anyway, so wrapping up the article, DLSS 4 also includes a real time application of transformers to improve image quality, reduce ghosting, and add higher detail in motion. DLSS 4 upgrade will even work on existing RTX GPUs, as features have been upgraded to the newer Transformer AI models. You can read more about DLSS 4 at the article linked in the article we have linked in the description. Like what I did
Yes.
there.
Yeah.
NVIDIA's RTX 50 series announcement comes more than 2 years after the RTX 4090 and RTX 4080 were announced, based on NVIDIA's Ada Lovelace architecture. NVIDIA's RTX 40 series of GPUs focused on improving ray tracing with deep learning super sampling, or DLSS, version 3. And the RTX 4090 delivered some truly impressive performance gains over the previous RTX 3090 GPU. Very true. And it's crazy to think about. We that was 2 years ago, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. It's 2023.
Yeah, man.
Dang. I really
Yeah,
thought we had
time.
a 40 series last year. Well, okay.
Nope. Time is zooming, bro. It's kind of
Gosh.
nuts.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right. All right, NVIDIA. Taking their time on this one. Um, I'm really glad they've really fixed the size issue of the physical size of the card. I'm glad it seems like they've actually taken time to like make sure that it's usable, because it was getting to a point there with these 30 and 40 series where it's like it's ridiculous and you can't even fit the card in your case. So I'm glad we figured that out by the sound of it.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, dude. I don't know. What do you think, Mike? You getting a 5070, dude, or what?
Uh, I will say this: if the 4080 series can come down and be comparable to that level, I I'm probably gonna go with the 4080. Now with the 5070 being $550, it's like, dude, it is such a major upgrade that if I were to get a 5070, it's like it's not ideal. I'd rather have like the 80, like the 4080, the
Yeah,
3080, stuff like that.
yeah,
Um, just because it's the more like premier card of that generation. That that to me is more ideal, but it's like, I don't know, the price point is really what's gonna dictate everything. The price point of $2,000 for one of these cards is just completely out of the question. That's never happening for me.
nah,
Only
same.
like, I can't justify spending $2,000 in this economy like that. You know,
No, neither can
there's
I.
no way I
Uh,
wouldn't use it, you know? It's like if I buy a
yeah,
$2,000 graphics card, bro, I need to buy like an $8,000 monitor.
yeah, like
Like,
yeah, you're
it,
dropping 10 G's on your setup just to get the
yeah,
two thousand
man.
dollar piece to work. Like,
Yeah, and it
uh,
just doesn't make sense at that point. If you're an enthusiast, if you have a lot of money to
yeah,
burn, then
yeah,
hey, go right ahead. If you
try
need
to
it
play with
for,
some
I don't
grades.
know, like crypto mining or something, I don't know what they do, but
Yeah. Which I think
that might make sense.
I don't know. I feel like the crypto mining thing I think kind of washed out a couple years ago because Nvidia actually cracked down on it. But I don't
Yeah,
know if it's
video
as
crackdown. They're
yeah.
the 30 series are still really hard to find because of that.
Mm.
Um, I'm pretty sure crypto is cooked after Google came out with their quantum CPU. It's gonna be years
Oh
before it
god,
gets to
yeah.
consumer market. But you best believe the federal government and military have it already.
Oh yeah, dude. They've been
So,
cooking on
yeah.
that thing, bro.
Oh, yeah. So it's only a matter of time until it becomes a consumer retail value, and when that happens, dude, crypto is gonna be vanishing.
Oh yeah.
Um, well,
Well,
the
great.
entire appeal of crypto. Now it's like, whatever. I don't wanna go down the rabbit hole of crypto because you know you're gonna upset somebody,
Yeah.
especially people that put their money in it. People get emotional with the money. But I don't know, man. The amount of money that it costs for some of these GPUs, I can't justify it. However, if it's kind of like the used car market almost. It's like a 40, what do you say, 50, 70, $550, and then a 4080 is like 1,000, maybe $1,200 right now. So you gotta cut that price in half on the 4080. And if you're
Yeah,
cutting the price in half on 4080, you gotta be cutting the 4060 even more. And I think this is gonna be good because there's more options. I'm really afraid that Nvidia is gonna be price gouging from the manufacturers like level.
maybe.
You know, it just being like, nah, we're not gonna bring it down. This is what it is. It's like what? It's like I'm paying per performance. Help, make it
Hell.
work.
Help.
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 I don't know,
Uh,
man. How do you feel about it? I think the technology and the improvement is just fascinating.
oh yeah.
Uh, from price, it's tough. It's just really tough out here.
Yeah. No, man, I'm always excited to hear about the new cards. I mean, I think nowadays we're kind of on a 2-year cadence. I want to say that was,
Mhm.
I think the 20 series to 30, I think was a 2-year. If I'm not mistaken. Maybe it was 30 to
It
40.
was
Can't
longer
remember.
because of COVID, I think.
Oh yeah, maybe you're right.
I feel like that was the case.
But yeah, I mean, we're at kind of a longer cadence of these, which I think was required. I think it's kind of got to a point where there's no way they're gonna do like a Call of Duty release schedule. It's like for hardware.
Oh no,
It just
no,
wouldn't happen.
no. I think they tried to do that, and it just didn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't think there's reason to. But I mean, yeah, Nvidia's taking their time with this. I think it's cool to see. I think design wise, it doesn't I don't know, it doesn't look like crazy different design wise, at least from what I'm seeing kind of in the images and the articles. I mean,
Mhm.
which I'm not like obviously how the card looks, I don't really care too much about. Like what's the performance.
Right. Yeah.
Um, but I mean, I think overall, I mean, it's always fascinating to me to see the new tech and see kind of what they can do. And I think from a size standpoint, that's what like. Sure, it's all great and stuff. I mean, am I going to get any of these cards? Probably not. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I might end up getting a 50 series in a couple of years, depending on how the next couple of generations go, and if I do want to eventually actually upgrade my monitors and stuff like that. Um, so I won't say never necessarily, but um, definitely right now I don't plan on getting a new card. Pretty happy with my 30 series still. Um, so I feel like I'm not going to get a new one, but yeah, dude, always fascinated with this. Um, so
Yeah.
I think it's cool to see. Like I said, the size is the biggest thing for me. I know I probably sound like a broke record, but like I like that impressed me the most that they actually took that in because I was worried they probably weren't gonna be able to do much about it, especially with the
Yeah.
way it was going from the 30 to the 40, and so to see that they actually figured it out, and they I don't know how they did it, but I'm glad they did because cards were definitely getting too big.
Yeah, they definitely optimized it, probably figured out a better material or something to use to build the cards out of. It would have to go down to like the micro engineering level
That's what I'm
to
saying.
understand
Like
what they did.
because from my understanding in the last like in the 40 series and stuff like that was like they literally just like the way they were like manufacturing and making the chips, it's like they were running out of room almost. And so it's like
Oh
we
yeah.
just had to make it bigger because we literally there was no other way to fit the performance. Um like there was no way to like make the size smaller without sacrificing performance kind of thing. So um
Exactly. Yeah.
and they figured it out. So I mean Nvidia engineers, man, we still got some smart people out there.
Oh, for sure. I bet you they started from the ground up though. I think
Oh
they
yeah.
had to.
Probably, yeah.
So
Um but hey, the quantum computing stuff with Google and stuff like that stuff's kind of more fascinating, I think, for me. Just kind of
oh
seeing like
yeah.
what that does and how that gets out to
Like
consumers and yeah,
that's gonna transform our entire world. It's
yeah,
gonna be insane.
yeah. I mean, that's gonna be the real kind of that's like the next kind of like revolution I feel like in computing. So that's kind of what I'm looking forward to. I think for the most part. I mean, this is all cool.
Yeah.
I always love kind of especially in the gaming space, like pushing the boundaries there. And obviously, 8K is not a household mainstay yet. So
No, man.
I mean, 4K pretty. I would say 4K pretty much is at this point. Which if you would ask me a few years ago, I was like, I don't know, like I'm sure 4K will catch on, but I don't know how long it's going to take. And now we're there, so it's like okay, most people have 4K monitors now. It's like starting to see that, but 8K, man, it's like I'm saying this now, like oh, I don't know if it'll catch on, but I guarantee you, probably 3 4 years from now, we'll start getting consumer 8K displays that are
Yep.
affordable and we'll be rocking them.
I
So
I definitely does. I think that's gonna happen too. It's gonna be a quick adjustment. It's gonna be very expensive. Early adopters always spend the most,
yep,
but when you get to that level, it's people aren't gonna go back. I'm curious what will happen for competitives like shooting and competitive gaming
yeah,
because the quality of the game like doesn't matter. It's about stability and the highest frame rate possible.
Yeah.
Like there are people that still play like 1600 by 900 resolution just so they can get like 300 plus FPS, sometimes 1,000.
Dude,
And it's like
yeah.
the
You just
the monitor doesn't match it, but whatever.
yeah. You just think about like the actual physical constraints. You go up to 4K, unless you get like a 32-inch or higher, like you're really not going to notice, I think, the granular
No,
detail out of a
not
4K
really.
display that you would see. Like if I had a 24-inch 4K monitor, I'm really not going to notice probably much of a difference
Yeah.
between 1080 and 1440. Obviously, I will notice a difference, but like the all the detail, there'd be a lot of detail missed if I went with a smaller display on like a 4K. It's even like an
Right.
8K. I don't know what the minimum is going to be for an 8K. I haven't been paying I haven't been paying close attention to like the modern 8K displays and what sizes they are and stuff. But then again, I haven't seen an 8K in person, so maybe it's like actually night and day from 4K, and I'm just haven't seen it. But I feel like you
I
would need
think
a
there's
bigger display.
8K. I think I've seen an 8K TV at Micro Center. I think.
Hmm.
Now I could be wrong. I know for a fact I've seen 4K. They're like a dime a dozen
Oh
now.
yeah, they're
So,
everywhere.
um,
I have a 4K TV. I love it.
yeah, dude, it's only a matter of time until people just start doing like 8K projectors, and then they just have their like gaming desk set up,
Yeah.
and then the projectors above them, and it's shining on a wall in the other side of the room,
Yeah,
and
might
that's
as
all they
well.
got.
Might as well, dude.
It's like amazing quality.
Yeah, yeah, I think we'll get to that point, but yeah, dude, I don't know. I'm always excited to see this though, at the end of the day, so excited
Yeah,
to see
dude, it's
kind
so
of,
cool.
and who knows, it may be for me. I may not get away from 1080 until 8K is like a mainstay, and then I like really get the leap because I never saw 4K, so it's like gonna be actually transcending at that point to go to 8K. I don't know.
Honestly, it would be for you.
Yeah, I
100%.
honestly might just wait until like 6K or 8K or something like that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, man.
Well, sick. Shall we jump into pretty much the overhaul of all things computer
Oh
tech
yeah,
stuff, right?
CES. Yeah.
Sheesh. Okay, so this article is coming from Andrew Leszewski. Hopefully, that's the last name. Andrew over here works for The Verge. It's kind of been like a Verge day for us talking about them. But anyways, the title of the article is "The Best Stuff We've Seen at CES So Far." Nice. Kyle, if my voice like starts going in and out or whatever, just let me know, and we'll stop trying to fix it.
I'll flag you down, dude.
But yeah. All right, so here we go. Let's just jump right into the article. The title is "The Best Stuff We've Seen at CES So Far," and I'm assuming that this has been updated and actually covers everything that was covered, like went on at the conference. But let's jump into it. So day two of the biggest tech event of the year is well underway, and CES 2025 continues to deliver a long list of new gadgets, tech concepts, and AI-powered devices tempting you to upgrade. Yeah, we just got done talking about that with the Nvidia 50 series cards. It's a lot to keep up with. So Andrew over here has pretty much put everything together of the gadgets and cool stuff at the show so far. I'm gonna just go through and talk about each one, and there's like a little short paragraph gives you a breakdown of what's up, and I kind of want to bounce it off of you, Kyle. Like this is something that interests you if you have any takes and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so starting off, NVIDIA Project Digits personal AI supercomputer. This is kind of nuts. So, powered by NVIDIA's new GB10 Grace Blackwell super chip, paired with 128 gigabytes of memory and up to 4 terabytes of storage, Project Digits looks as small as a desktop computer like Apple's Mac Mini, but it has enough processing power to run complex AI models with up to 200 billion parameters and perform 1 quadrillion AI calculations per second while drawing all the power it needs from a standard household outlet. It's expected to start at $3,000 when it launches in May
Oh,
2025.
jeez.
Yes, $3,000, but you have your own personalized AI in your house,
I mean,
100% dedicated, where it's never going to lag, basically. 1 quadrillion AI calculations per second.
dude, that could be pretty powerful. Just saying.
That's madness.
Yeah.
So I don't even know how that would even work. Of the versatility
Drawing
with
all the
it.
power it needs from a standard household outlet. It's insane.
That's great. This is gonna change businesses
Yeah, literally. Some
and how
businesses
and how they
might
operate.
consider it.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
Um,
100% businesses are going to adopt this.
I
I
mean,
I mean, it just makes the most sense to add
you
it
can
into their everyday life.
run all sorts of diagrams, projections,
Oh yeah.
all on a dedicated machine that's the size of a
Heck
Mac
yeah.
Mini. Like crazy. It's insane.
Jump moving along here. Let's jump into what LG's got going on. LG is one of my favorite brands, so I always like hearing updates from them. So LG, the sequel to the LG's original Stand By Me portable TV that was designed to be easily moved around at home and is no longer permanently attached to a rolling stand. LG hasn't announced when the LG Stand By Me 2 will be available or how much it will cost, but in addition to a better 27-inch 1440p touchscreen and an improved 4-hour battery, it's now compatible with the shoulder strap that can be used to hang it with the wall hook and a folio cover that doubles as a table stand. What the heck, dude? It's a portable TV,
Pretty
which is
much, yeah.
madness.
Honestly, yeah, that's kind of sick. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little like
Yeah,
portable TV.
a
1440p
portable
too. I mean,
1440p TV. It
hey man.
basically becomes your personal assistant going throughout the house. Pair this up with your Nvidia supercomputer, dude. You got like an entire smart home.
Yeah.
It'd be sick.
I mean, yeah, it's a touchscreen too. Pretty nice.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah, okay. 4-hour battery life. I mean, you know, I think given situations, you'd probably have it plugged in majority of the time. But
Oh
hey,
yeah, for
man.
sure.
But yeah, hey,
It's it, there's a lot of stuff you can do with it. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna actually try to go to one of these conferences one day,
I'd love to go
like
to
one
CES
year.
one year. Dude, there's so many crazy stuff there. And
Oh
that's one of
yeah,
the
dude.
it's one of the best parts about CES is it's literally just I feel like a majority of it is like just tech companies just like what's some random
Showing off.
ideas we can give off to the B department and just see what they can come up
Oh
with
yeah.
and then let's show it off for the world and if something sticks we might manufacture it kind of thing. So it's pretty cool.
Side note: have you ever gone to conferences where they like show off the next generation of stuff before?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think so really. Honestly.
It's pretty cool. It's
But
really cool. Mostly every year I go to one for HVAC and refrigeration.
mm,
So you get like all these massive chillers, these like really heavy duty equipment for building engineering, and like plumbing, boilers, pumps, and the stuff that they do is pretty cool too. I always like going to the residential section of each one of the big brands
yeah.
where they just have like crazy smart technology and stuff that's tied into their mini split systems to create like a true authentic smart home
Oh yeah.
and save you money in the long run. Yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. Just to see like what everybody's doing. The side note, one of the funny things is, and it's like notorious of rumored is the Chinese companies that steal all the patents and stuff that the Americans do or like Europe does.
Mm.
There's a section for them, like usually in the back, where it's all last year generation from all the new like trendsetters. Like they'll have Carrier, Train, Mitsubishi, York, or JCI, like all these big name manufacturers in the industry. All their models are like their last year models are over on the Chinese side from the Chinese companies. It's pretty funny.
It's funny.
It's one of the biggest conferences in the world for HVAC and refrigeration.
Mm.
Just a little side note, I thought it was kind of cool. I want to go to this because this is all like consumer retail products,
Yeah, pretty much.
really. So Audio Technica, which is a very big name brand, I'm not going to read that model number, but basically they came out with a wireless earbuds. So there are two features that make Audio Technica's new wireless earbuds stand out. When paired with their charging case, the company says the earbuds can deliver up to 65 hours of playback. That's over
Hey,
2.5 days between charges. Battery life drops to about 40 hours with ANC enabled, which is still impressive and a welcome feature for travelers unsure of when they'll next find a power outlet. The earbuds are also magnetically attached to each other, reducing the risk of one of them going missing if slipped into a pocket and automatically power off when joined. That's kind of cool.
yeah, that's kind of
Very,
cool. Yeah.
yeah. Are you a big earbud person?
Like Apple AirPods, yeah. Probably the
Yeah.
only things I use. I mean, I like Audio Technica in general. They make really good
Yeah, they're really
headphones,
good.
and so I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know, that'd be something to check out. I think that actually becomes retail. I mean, 40 hours of active noise cancellation is kind of crazy. So, yeah, if it's comfortable, man,
Yeah.
this could be a hit.
Yeah. The way they design it looks like it's in ear. low profile.
Yeah.
So possibly could be used for athletic use if you like going to the gym and stuff. Nothing like strenuous, not doing flips or like
Yeah.
up downs or something crazy, but enough to like run around in or do some lifting.
Yeah. It kind of looks like like the AirPod Pro cups, if that makes sense.
It does.
Kind of like
Yeah,
that. I think they modeled it after that. But
I'm sure of that. It's a successful model. It's a really good idea. All right, so continuing on, we're going to talk a little bit about EV vehicles, which is
guys,
always kind of cool. Honda Zero SUV and Honda Zero Saloon EVs is the name of this title. So the Afeela, I believe, is the word they're trying to tell me, wasn't the only EV Honda debuted at CES 2025. The automaker also showed off two new battery electric prototypes. The Honda Zero SUV is based in the Space Hub concept it revealed last year, while the Honda Zero Saloon is based on a sedan concept. Honda says both EVs will go into production sometime in 2026, with the SUV being built at its factory in Ohio. Both vehicles will feature Honda's in-house developed ASIMO, hopefully, that's the right word, ASIMO, ASIMO, I
Simo.
think,
I don't know.
operating system, named after the humanoid robot it retired in 2018, and will include features like level 3 automated driving. Yeah,
Nice,
we
dude.
got cars. You gonna buy an EV car,
Probably
bro?
looks like a Lambo, dude. The one on the left. This image,
It
kind of
does,
like a
actually.
Lamborghini.
Very
Yeah.
futuristic looking too.
Yeah, always. I mean, the EVs always look like that for sure. I feel like we
Oh yeah,
see
dude.
cars. I wonder how many cars like or EVs they show off that actually go to like mass production. I mean, it sounds like these might. But I feel like we see cars at CES and it's just like concepts or something like that. You just never see the light of day.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't the only auto shows that I actually trust are the ones like because I live in Charlotte, they have a major auto show here. NASCAR is headquartered here, for example. It's like
Yeah,
there's a very big culture of cars in this city. So when they do the yearly like auto show trade show, not a trade show, but it's just an auto show of all the new models and stuff, that's when you know it's like it's for real because it's gonna be on mass production lines. It's really cool to go check out in person. I'm
yeah.
sure they probably do one in Detroit. Other cities that are very well known for car culture.
Oh yeah, Detroit. Oh
Yeah.
baby.
So yeah, that's pretty cool. It's always good to hear that they're building in the U.S. It helps out American manufacturing and the economy here, especially in Ohio. Ohio is kind of like a low key powerhouse. It's not really an ideal place that I would want to live, but
Yeah, most people
they kind
probably.
of got stuff going on.
Mm,
Yeah, weather's not the greatest. They have weird reputation. But
it's
anyhow,
facts.
let's get into it. This is for you, man. You got a cat. So LG, AeroCat Tower. So at CES is often the most entertaining when it comes to being weird. There were a lot of questionable devices announced this year, but LG's AeroCat Tower could appeal to a cat parents. It's first and foremost an air purifier that will automatically reduce its airflow to avoid disturbing a cat that's sitting on it, and then increase it when the cat departs to clear the air. It also doubles as a scale, weighing and tracking your cat through the LG ThinQ mobile app, so you can keep tabs on its health. It's kind of cool.
That's kind of cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
but might look into that. It's probably like $600 a day.
Oh, yeah, it's probably a lot, but the thing that creeps me out if that's not a real cat. There's no way on the top of the head.
No, no, those are
Yeah,
both fake. So not real.
makes
I mean,
weirds me out, bro.
makes sense. You won't want a real cat would not sit there the entire time.
Mm.
So
Actually, that's yeah,
yeah,
silly me.
I mean, I think the health stuff is interesting though. Like you could actually track health of your cat, like weight wise and stuff. That's kind of cool.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
A lot of cats are notorious for getting like pretty fat,
Oh yeah.
lazy little
If you
cats.
don't
You
if you don't
overfeed
manage
them.
their food, man.
Oh yeah, they can get fat quick. Same with dogs. Pretty much all animals.
Oh yeah.
Um, yeah, man. Let's keep going. This one kind of interests me. I got a whole bunch of pictures that I want to do something with. So let's get into it. The Pocketbook Ink Poster. So instead of turning the living room TV into a digital art frame when not in use, Pocketbook's ink poster is a separate display dedicated to art and photography. It uses a more advanced version of e-ink's color e-paper technology than what's found in devices like the Kindle Colorsoft. Instead of a limited palette of 4,096 colors, the Ink Poster's Spectra 6E ink panel, that is such a mouthful. It can display around 60,000 shades. Sheesh. That's a lot. It's like 5,000 more. Um, no, it's
Dang.
10. Geez. Yeah. 10 and a
Yeah,
half.
it's crazy.
Whatever. I don't know. 12. Yeah. Anyways, and it can even connect via Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Its rechargeable battery only needs to be topped off about once a year. Dude,
That's
that's
pretty wild.
basically a selling point for me, man. I have so much stuff,
Yeah.
like so many pictures that I need to just start adding on. I don't
Yeah.
know. Is this something that would interest you?
Honestly, yeah, like probably to a certain point, yeah. Just to have like a dynamic picture frame pretty much. I think I
Yeah.
like that idea. Just having like a something you can change up. It's not always the same and connect via Wi-Fi so you could change the photos and stuff like that. Go through like a rotation, something like that. And it uses hardly any battery, so you don't have to worry about recharging it. Um
Yeah.
yeah, dude, I don't
And
know.
it looks like a true picture frame. It's
Yeah,
like really cool, man.
yeah, I'm into something like this, I think. I may look into something like this because I think it's a cool idea. Just gonna have a dynamic picture.
Very, very cool. I'm gonna be keeping an eye out for that, like personally for me, because if it's affordable, that might be the way to go. I've been meaning to
Yeah.
get like sound panels and using that for decorations in areas. So yeah. Anyhow, let's continue on. So LG making another appearance. This is the third LG product here. Is the ultrafine 6K monitor. So important details like pricing, availability, and even its refresh rate are still elusive. But LG's new ultrafine display will be in the first 6K monitor to support Thunderbolt 5, featuring a slim stand with a small footprint. The ultrafine 6K monitor will support transfer speeds up to 80 gigabytes and uses a nano IPS black panel covering 99.5% of Adobe RGB and 98% of DCI P3 color gamuts. Dude, that is actually like really, I mean, it's ultra fine, it's very thin. I scrolled past that picture relatively quick, didn't even notice how thin it was. Pretty
Oh
cool.
yeah, dude. It's crazy thin.
Yeah.
The no bezel is kind of like weird to me. 'Cause I'm so used to seeing a
Oh, yeah.
bezel. It almost doesn't even look like a monitor. It's like, whoa. But
Yeah.
yeah, dude,
Nutty.
see? Stuff like this might eventually get me to upgrade the monitor, you know?
100%. Yeah.
And
Very,
this
very
looks like
cool.
the Apple monitor stand that was like $1,000.
I thought, yeah, I thought the same
I
thing. It's
wonder how much
interesting how
they'll
that
charge for
happens.
the stand.
Yeah, LG usually makes the best panels.
Oh yeah,
They're
like
so good.
really good stuff.
Yeah. All right, continuing down, this next one is just a car charger. I don't think that's really going to matter. It's multi-port charger that charges fast basically. Um Side note, I got one of the wireless connectivity Apple Android like CarPlay and stuff like that
Oh
in my
shoot.
car. So now I don't have to like plug it into a USB. I just get into
Oh,
the
that's
car,
nice.
automatically Bluetooth connects. So sick.
Dang. Can't
Definitely
relate.
worth it.
I still got to plug mine in, maybe.
No,
uh,
get the wireless thing, man. I'll send you a link. It's so
uh,
easy. Anyhow, let's keep going. So the next one made an appearance on Jimmy Kimmel with Linus Tech Tips or Linus from Linus Tech Tips or whatever it's called, a YouTuber. So it's the Lenovo ThinkBook Plus Gen 6. This one is kind of nutty when he showed it off. So available in June and starting at a steep $3,500 USD. Lenovo's ThinkBook Plus Gen 6 is one of the most unique laptops at CES 2025 thanks to a screen that grows. It starts out an unassuming notebook with a 14-inch OLED screen at a resolution of 2000 by 1600, but pressing a button or raising your like hand brings a monitor to life or a motor to life that vertically expands the display to 16.7 inches with an extended resolution of 2000 by 2350. That's enough extra screen real estate for two stacked 16 by 9 windows, perfect for watching two movies simultaneously. $3,500 though. Steep,
yeah. Yeah, Linus
but
was showing it
very
off,
cool.
man. When he showed it
Yeah.
off, it was pretty cool. Like you just press a button, and then you just see the
Yeah.
display just roll out. and it looked pretty clean in this. I mean, I think in this photo you can kind of see some of the creasing in the fold, but
Yeah. Yeah,
um,
you can see a little bit of the creasing in the fold, that's for
yeah,
sure. But it looked very, very cool. I like that
yeah.
technology.
I mean, it's interesting. It's new, right? Like like a display that can roll. Like if you would have told
Mhm.
someone that 5, 10 years ago, 20 years ago,
Oh,
they
yeah.
would have been like, "What? Like that's never gonna happen." So it's crazy that we're at this technology now where you can roll a display and it looks pretty good.
Heck yeah. All right, let's continue on. We got the big one that hit every single year that they love talking about is the Nvidia RTX 5090 and 5080 series cards. We
Uh,
talked about it briefly. We actually had a pretty long segment. It was like 15, 20 minutes long. But what we talked about in the last segment was just the RTX 50 series about how just quick numbers. It's like the announcement came out that the 5080 is $1,000, the 5090 is $2,000. It's going to be available January 30th. By the time you guys listen to this, it's probably already out. The 5070 is actually $550, and the 5070 is apparently twice the performance. Isn't that right? Twice the performance, nearly of like the 4080.
yeah,
Um,
2090
which
depending
is
on DLSS.
y- yeah, which is so nutty. And it basically comes down to how much refresh rate do you have, what your monitor hertz are, and can you display 8K like resolution. Also, you better have a 1 kilowatt PSU. That's
Yeah,
that's the spark notes of what we covered.
shit.
Continuing on, you got the Eufy. Do you have any Eufy products,
Yeah, I don't.
Kyle?
Yuffie.
I
Uh,
have I have a couple of them,
okay.
and I actually have a Eufy. What's it called? RoboVac. They're
Oh,
actually
there
pretty
you
sick.
go. Yeah.
Yeah, this 3-in-1 E20 Robo Vacuum is kind of interesting though. So even the most compatible, or sorry, the most capable and expensive RoboVacs are still only able to clean your easily accessible floors. They can't handle furniture and are only just starting to master stairs. Dang, they actually go upstairs. It's kind of nuts.
That's nuts.
Um, what sets the $550 UV 3-in-1? Dude, that's actually insane. Can I just have a moment to say how crazy that is? It's a wireless RoboVac that costs $550. If you were to get one of those like high-end wireless RoboVacs, or not RoboVacs, like vacuums, like traditional vacuums, they cost like almost $1,000. They're
Yeah,
no
insane.
joke. So you have the 3-in-1 budget option, essentially at 550 over here.
Yeah.
Um, so once it's done cleaning your floors and emptying itself through its included dock, also super cool, the E20 transforms into a stick and handheld vacuum by removing a unit containing its battery, motor, and a dustpan, and attaching other accessories. It's a single device that can tackle dust and dirt all over your home. And then they show images, which is basically two different handhelds um, of accessories. It's very, very cool. I like the fact that it can unload itself into the dustbin.
Yeah, that's
That's
pretty cool.
that is sick. I don't think that's gonna be effective because I have a dog with long hair and I have to, like, physically dismantle mine,
Yeah.
like, when it gets really clogged. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Tuh.
Gotta get some we have, like, a dedicated pair of scissors to cut everything. Ugh. Yes, sir. So, what in the world is this, dude? This next one? Swipit phone toaster. For people that are just listening, how do you even describe that? It looks like they're about to slide their phone into a box that's a toaster.
I mean, it literally is, yeah. It's a phone toaster, so it literally looks
Yeah.
like kind of a modern toaster, and then yeah, it looks like they're about to put their phone in it, but I don't know if they actually are.
Let's see what it says. All right, so the Swipit might look like a toaster with the slot too small for bread, but it's actually a novel charging solution for smartphones. Insert your phone, and the machine will automatically swap out a dead external battery integral into a custom case with a fresh one. Each swappable battery has 3,500 milliamps capacity that provides an extra 50 to 90% charge depending on the size of your smartphone. It could mean you never have to plug your phone in again, but you'll be paying a premium for the convenience. $450 for the hub with 5 extra batteries and $120 for the phone case with a battery included. Bro, that is on
Dang.
just get a portable
Yeah.
dock. And one of the coolest, by the way, I saw this at the Five and Below store. Have you ever been to one of those?
Yeah, a long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah, for anybody that doesn't know what a Five and Below store is, it means it's $5 and below. It's like the dollar store, which the
Yeah.
dollar store isn't a dollar. Everything's a dollar anymore.
Yeah, it's
But
not.
I saw a bracelet in there that was a magnetic bracelet. It was for lightning chargers for the Apple, but basically it was like one end was a USB and the other end was the charger that goes in your phone. And it was a bracelet that was braided and it looked really like clean. It looked like a legit bracelet. And I was thinking, it was like, dude, if you're going out for like a night or something like that, or if you're going to a friend's house, you don't want to carry around your cables or anything. They might have like a different phone as you. Just carry one of those bracelets with you, and you
Yeah,
can charge
ooh,
it wherever you are.
that's pretty sick. Yeah,
Yeah, it was
like
a
that.
really cool idea. I would do that over this crazy toaster
Dude, yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
$450 for. I mean, this is a premium device here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
This
yeah.
is a
I
nice
mean,
to
most of
have.
these are kind of
This is
premium,
yeah.
aren't
This is a
they?
nice to have to the nth degree. I think, but
Yeah.
um, yeah,
This
cool.
one, this one's sick, and I know you live near the beach, so this could be up your
Hey
alley,
man,
bro.
I like Anchor too. I'm just saying,
I love Anchor. They're such a good brand.
dude. Yeah, I have a lot of Anchor stuff. So.
Same. All right, so Anker has come up with something called the Solix Solar Beach Umbrella. Yeah, so solar panels are an effective way to charge your tech while you're away from the outlet. But portable solutions are sometimes awkward to transport and set up. Anker's solution was to redesign the beach umbrella and fit it with more efficient perovskite solar cells. I think Skite? Probably, I don't know.
Yeah,
Solar cells that outperform the silicon based cells more commonly used today. The 7-foot tall Solix Solar Beach umbrella can generate up to 100 watts of power output that can be used to charge phones, tablets, and even electric coolers. Very cool. Through USB C and XT60 connections. It will be available later this year, but pricing hasn't been announced. How much does a solar panel cost?
yeah, that's a good question. I don't have the answer, but look, I will say. I mean, depending on the day. I mean, I won't say this is entirely an inaccurate photo they're using here. There's a lot of open food there. Depending on the day, if it's windy, dude, that food ain't
Oh,
making
yeah.
it because that sand's gonna be getting all of the food.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Being gross, it ain't gonna make it. But if it's not a windy day, you could probably get away with it. But I'd say for the most part, I don't know how comfortable I would be having open pizza and fruit, chips, and stuff just kind of out there, exposed to the beachy elements. But
Well,
hey,
they're
man.
not advertising food, are they? They're
Yeah, that's
advertising the
no.
umbrella, bro.
I'm just being funny, but I think I mean I think overall the umbrella is a cool thing though. I mean I think the idea of using solar power is probably more common now. Um so
It's more efficient now. Yeah.
yeah. I mean why not? I mean you're at the beach, dude. You're an outlet. So this is like genius.
Yeah, I did not like that's just so crazy
Yeah.
to me. It's
How's this
such a
not
good
been done
idea.
yet? How's this not been done
Yeah,
yet?
that's what I mean.
uh,
100 watts of power output. I could convert this, but I'm just going to put into Google. Convert 100 watts to amps. 100 watts at 120 volts is 0.833 amps. And what is that? Like, I guess 833, right? Yeah, 833 milliamps. So you're essentially getting around 1,000 milliamps
dang.
of power.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And if we use the metric from the last one with the Sweep It phone toaster over here, 3,500 milliamp capacity, right? Because this is a continual charge, not a capacity that's
Yeah.
limited on the load. They're saying you can have like 3,500 milliamps of capacity would be 50 to 90% of your battery life. So I'm curious how that would work. Could you add, I don't know, maybe like 25% of your battery life, which will keep you alive, but if it's plugged in, it would be continue. I don't know.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
need I'm going way too deep into the weeds of the engineering side of things right now. But that's kind of cool. I like the umbrella idea. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Continuing on, we got more cars. The pre-orders. The Sony and Honda Afeela pre-orders. So
That's an expensive.
yeah, they're dude, cars are out of control. Just full stop. anybody that's paying this much money for a car, you better have like if let me put it this way. If you got like $90,000 to burn on a car, you better be making like 250 grand to
Yeah,
justify
no,
that purchase.
nah,
And even then that's insane.
yeah, no, no.
All right. Yeah. Anyways. So after making appearances at CES for the past 5 years, Sony and Honda's Afeela was starting to feel like a perpetual concept. But this year, the EV, which is a joint venture between the two companies, is finally available for pre-order with a $200 refundable deposit if you live in California. It's always the Cali people that are like, whatever. Afeela will come in a $90,000 Afeela One original trim package or a 100 and essentially $3,000 Afeela One signature option. It includes a 3-year subscription to feature like level 2 plus driver assist and an AI powered in-game car assist. Dude, get me away from subscriptions and cars. My next car is going to be like a 94 Mustang GT with like 300,000 miles on it, and all I need is a wrench to turn it on.
Dude,
I need
listen,
something simple. It's crazy.
my next car, don't even know what it's gonna be. So I'm riding my good old Honda until that thing just so,
Explodes.
so I'm just chilling.
Oh, sheesh. I mean, new cars are cool.
Yeah, I
Those
mean they're
price
cool to
points
look
are
at.
insane.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
price point wise. There's I have no interest.
Yeah. Yeah, that's for the wealthy, bro, not for me. We have a couple more chargers going on with the Anker charger. It's 140-watt power, and
Crazy.
yeah, it comes with a bunch of USB-C, USB-A. It looks like you got everything you might need. Uh, yeah, let's keep it going.
Yeah, it's a wild
We got
charger.
some more interesting stuff. We got the Robo Rock Soros Z70. If you're wondering what that is, it's a RoboVac. So the ability of most RoboVacs to thoroughly clean a floor can be stymied. What the heck? Stipend? I don't know.
Stymied, I think. I don't know. I
Stymied?
think it's
Dude, why are you
stymied.
hitting us with the hard words, bro? Um, but the random objects left lying on the ground. So Roborock's new Soros Z70's solution to that problem is an articulated 5-axis robot arm called the Omni Grip that can pick up after its owners and move obstacles out of its way. It's limited it's limited to smaller items like socks, tissues, or anything weighing less than 300 grams, but the company plans to eventually expand what it can grasp. Pricing isn't known, but Roborock says the Soros Z70 will be available by June 2025. Bro, this is a level of lazy I'm not comfortable with. Just
Yeah.
saying.
No, I agree. This is crazy. Having an arm on your RoboVac is nuts. I'm just saying.
I mean, that's the future, but
Yeah. I mean,
I
it's
don't know.
different. Technologically, it's different. You got to respect that, but
It's innovative,
it sure is.
and they're doing a risk. I think it's cool. I really do.
Sure is.
Reminds me of my like senior project in mechanical engineering. We actually had a robot with an arm that came down to like pick things up. We did 3D printing, pinchers, all this kind of cool stuff.
Okay.
It's very
Like
cool.
that.
Very cool project.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had a robotics class in college, programming, and we were just making a Roomba just kind of like do obstacle courses and stuff. It's actually like it was kind of cool. It was kind of hard,
Oh
but
yeah.
it's kind of cool.
Yeah, cool. Continuing on, we got Samsung, the Frame Pro TV. That thing looks so
Oh,
nice.
dude, yeah, the bezel
Um,
looks like an actual picture frame bezel.
looks so real. It's so cool. Very, very cool. All right, so Samsung's The Frame TV appealed to many consumers with an aesthetic, pleasing design and the ability to camouflage itself as a piece of art in a home's decor. The Frame Pro further expands the TV's appeal to more discerning TV viewers with a variation of on mini LED display technology. The matte finish introduced in 2022 and a wireless connection to its breakout box. So all you need to do is basically hide the power cord. Very cool.
Yeah, very cool. Ah, I
Hmm.
like the look of that.
Let's keep going. We got some glasses here. I'm very curious what this is. This slipped my mind. I didn't get a chance to see this, so I want to know what it is. It's a Halliday smart glasses. So with the success of Meta Ray Bans, It's no surprise that several companies are debuting smart glasses at CES 2025. Halliday's new enhanced specs, which are expected to ship by the end of Q1 2025, can cost between $400 and $500, are differentiated with the addition of a small screen on the frame. The Digi window appears as a 3.5-inch private display in the upper right hand corner of your vision and is controlled using voice commands, an interface on the frame, or a smart ring with an integrated trackpad. Brother, what?
I'd be curious to see what that actually looks like in person. Put it on, kind of
Yeah.
see how viewable that display is. But that's kind of wild. I'm trying to
Yeah,
imagine what it'd be like if
I,
it was on my glasses. I don't know.
I
Interesting.
your eyes look like they were tripping out when you were doing
I
that.
know it's like I don't know. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
know if it's actually like, I mean, we could say if it's not strenuous on your eyes, but I'm not gonna be looking at it long. I wouldn't think so.
oh no,
Um,
man.
but I don't know, $500, man, it's crazy. 400 or 500.
Yeah, dude, you got me. I got to see what it's more about.
Yeah,
They're probably like, hmm, let's go with three more things to talk about here. I'm just scrolling through because we spent quite a bit of time on this so far. Next one I want to talk about is this Dell 32-inch plus 4K QD OLED monitor. So Dell's new 32-inch 4K OLED display used an infrared sensor and 5 speakers located below the screen to track your head and beam sound directly to your ears. That's kind of cool. The feature eliminates the need to keep your head positioned in a sweet spot for the optimal sound, and it could be ideal for gamers who are consistently moving around in the heat of battle. I know people that spaz out all the time when they're gaming. The monitor also features 120 hertz refresh rate, a zero point zero 0.03 milliseconds response time, which is very fast, and will launch in the US on May 22nd, 2025 for $800. So a 32-inch 4K OLED, I mean, $800, that sounds about right with that refresh rate. I think the little perk you might be getting on a budget for like a little bit of a bonus is the fact that the speakers are going to be pointing towards your face.
yeah. The fact that it like looks for that, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, kind of cool. So the next one we can talk about, if you are a planter, something for everybody kind of thing, is the Wonder Plant and Insect Camera. So Bird Buddy, believe the name of the brand, is moving on to smaller flying creatures of the outdoors. So the company behind the stylish smart bird feeders is introducing a playfully designed camera for tracking your plants and the insect visitors that stop by them. You'll be able to view a live stream from your phone, while an optional solar panel can keep the 4K camera running, and it is supposed to launch as a Kickstarter this spring. I don't believe in Kickstarters.
That's very interesting.
So,
They're doing a Kickstarter. What?
yeah.
Very
Yeah.
puzzled by that because I feel like the Bird
Yeah, but
Buddy is like popular. I don't know.
that's what I thought.
Huh. Okay.
So, yeah.
I mean, like I
Okay.
was like with it until Kickstarter. All right. Teach their own, I
Interesting.
guess.
Yeah. Well, let's skip down a little bit towards the Acer Nitro Blaze 11.
Oh yeah.
This is probably the last one I really want to mention because the next one is just not groundbreaking, I don't think. The
Power
Belkin
grip.
Stage Power Grip.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about this Acer product. So, how big is too big for a handheld gaming machine? The answer might be Acer's new Nitro Blaze 11, featuring a beefy 10.95-inch, 144 hertz model number that's not worth mentioning, touch display that makes it look like you're holding a small monitor instead of a portable console. Dude, the picture of this guy holding this, it is actually massive.
Shit, I think
It's
it's
so
so big.
big.
Like, what? How is it? Is that
It's either
comfortable?
really big or this guy's a small dude.
There's no way that thing is comfortable. I don't know.
No shot. Um, so it is powered by AMD Ryzen 8040HS processor, 60 gigabytes of RAM, and has detachable controllers with Hall effect joysticks. They love throwing in Hall effect now.
Hey
It's
man,
all the
it's a
rave.
trend.
It is now. I'm cool with it. Hall effect joysticks are better. It's also got a built-in kickstand, so you don't have to strain your arms by always playing it handheld. It will be available starting in Q2 2025 and starts at $1,000, basically $1,100. I'm looking forward to the reviews on this because
Yeah.
the handhelds we've been kind of covering for the last year, maybe 2 years. I want to know how heavy that is and performance metrics. But
Yeah,
yeah, that's
for
kind
sure.
of the big CES things to talk about
Yeah.
for
I mean,
for what we got going on right now.
I think it's worth mentioning. This image, the thing is so big. I'm sorry, Mike. If this is me, if I see this beautiful sunset behind me,
Yo,
I would have to put the device down and be like, all right, let me just watch this first, and then after that's done, all right, now I'm playing games. I'm just saying.
yeah, that is wild
That's just
behavior to
me.
look like
That's just
you're
me.
you're like a night out
I
at the
mean,
town.
that is a crazy view in the background. I'd be like, I just gotta soak that in, and then after that's done, I'd be like, all right, game time. On my
I'm
oversized thing.
I'm gonna send you a picture on Discord real quick, and you can pull it up on stream.
Gosh,
Open that up, like just open that crap up. That is
dude,
it
that's
right there.
insane. I mean, all right, let me pop it up for the viewers. Get this thing, dude. It's
That's
like
too big.
the right side's kind of cut, but it doesn't matter. You can just see how big this
It's
thing
so
is.
big.
Yeah, it's quite the display.
So the title of this article that's on laptopmag.com, where I got that picture from,
Yeah,
they said it's enormous, but it actually feels light.
interesting. Okay,
So
all
yeah,
right.
we'll see.
See, I mean,
Um,
I feel like
basically a foot long. That's I don't
I'm
know if I
trying to
could
think
do that.
like if I'm playing it, I like rest it somewhere. I rest it on like chest or something. I don't know if it'd be like a good eye level. I don't know. If there's, I'm trying
It
to think if there's a
is.
benefit to having a screen that big on a handle.
It's almost 2.5 pounds.
Okay, I mean that's pretty light. Not bad.
Yeah, it's fairly light for people that are using grams. It's 1,050 grams. So
Yeah,
yeah, I don't know. It looks cool. We can definitely get into breaking that down. I like that.
yeah, at some point for
It's
sure.
just it's kind of goofy, but whatever. Kind of goofy, but kind of cool, and it's innovative, and that's really what I like.
Oh yeah, something different. Different.
Anyhow, dude, that's really all I had to talk about for the CES. We're kind of going through a little bit of our time that we were allotted for
Yeah,
ourselves.
going a little over.
Yeah, we were ranting at the beginning of the
Um,
episode, but
for sure. We can just go through. We don't necessarily have to like. So we picked an article. Let's talk about like 10 upcoming games 2025. Um, that and this is from mirror.co.uk. Aaron Porter. He said this is kind of his article talking about 10 upcoming 2025 games that they're most excited about. And it's kind of like just a list. I mean, we don't necessarily have to. I do obviously want to talk about like I think most of these, but really, it's an opportunity for us to kind of talk about the games we're excited for this year.
yeah,
Going into
that's
2025, so
yeah.
it's worth talking about. Kind of just see some of the stuff. I mean, I won't read kind of the introductory stuff. I'll kind of just go through his list. Kind of just see so he talks about Assassin's Creed Shadows. We didn't mention this in an article or anything, Mike, but game was delayed yet again into March. So,
Yeah.
another delay for Assassin's Creed Shadows. Not looking great for Ubisoft, but at the same time, I mean, hey, they want to try and get it right, but this many delays, it's kind of got me worried. I don't know. I got me worried. They kind of
Yeah,
need this to hit, dude.
well, Ubisoft needs everything to hit. First of all,
I know, but
they're
like now they really need this to hit. I'm like, it's like if this doesn't hit, dude. Mayday.
well. The
I know we're
thing that
probably already there.
scares me about Assassin's Creed and Ubisoft is just they have so much bad publicity over all of their products right now, all their
Yeah,
IPs, that they might just be dead on arrival for a long time because of the things that have been going on with that studio.
yeah.
I'm kind of concerned. I do you care about like the historical accuracy of this game?
Me
I'm not a
personally,
massive Assassin's Creed fan,
I mean,
by the way. So
me personally, no. I do sympathize, however, with maybe people who are of that culture, and maybe
oh yeah.
if they consume art like this, they and like especially the developers like, oh, it's historically, it is historically accurate.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Yeah,
people
they
are
were
like,
saying
wait a
that one
minute.
time.
Like people in Japan
Yeah.
are like, I don't know. I mean,
No,
I can
this is
sympathize with
accurate.
that.
That's wrong
Obviously,
era, wrong time, wrong everything.
like for me, that's not my major concern. I don't think. I don't know, dude. I just want Ubisoft to make good games. So, I think at the end of the day, that's what I'm looking for. And so if this doesn't hit, I mean, I don't know. We're selling to Tencent, boys. It's not good.
We're selling to Tencent.
I mean, dude, there's talks, man. I don't know. I'm sure you've seen them. Like, there's talks, dude. They're
Yeah, I
actually in talks with
have.
Tencent,
I
and they're trying to
know.
deny it now. Like, I don't know. We're gonna sell it.
Oh, jeez. I've been. If it seems like everything at Ubisoft's for sale,
Yeah,
but yeah, this is something to definitely look forward to. Hopefully,
Yeah.
it hits.
yeah. I mean,
We'll see.
I mean, as he said, it's been a couple delays, so certainly on the list. Yeah, he talks about Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. I honestly forgot this was coming out this year, but still kind of
I
excited to see
completely forgot too.
I mean, I'm not
A
super
remake,
into.
always good to see, and it's
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid, so I'm sure that it's gonna sell just
I mean,
based
yeah.
on the name.
Yeah.
Whether or not it's gonna be good is a different story.
Yeah, we'll see, dude. Like I said, I'll be checking reviews out on this. See, kind of, it's worth it, but yeah, it's certainly on the list. GTA 6. This wasn't listed at the end, which is kind of surprising. It was like, it's like the big one, I think, for most people. But when you talk about GTA 6, obviously, I think most people, like I said, I mentioned at the top of the show. Not sure if it'll come out this year. Kind of skeptical it will, but we'll see. I don't know. I mean, it's gonna sell regardless, dude. It's gonna be a console seller too, I'm sure. For whatever pro
It's gonna
box
pop off
is.
if it actually comes out. Yeah, maybe they're waiting for Nintendo Switch 2 to come out.
Yeah,
and then
but even
they'll
then,
announce it there.
Yeah, I mean, Switch 2 won't be able to. I don't know. I don't even know. Have they released the GTAs on Switch? I don't even know.
No,
I'm pretty sure
so.
it's like probably
I don't
won't
think
happen.
Nintendo will ever go for that ever.
Probably not. Anyway. Yeah, Borderlands 4. Yeah, I remember this. Saw some trailers for this. It looks like more Borderlands,
Very
we'll see.
hype,
I will see. I might check it out, might not. Kind of just depends. I know I played the past Borderlands and I enjoyed them, but it's one of those things I probably wouldn't solo a Borderlands game. Probably have to be playing with people. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah, Metro Prime 4 Beyond. Metro Prime 4, the ultimate the ultimate, like, we weren't sure because I think there was some Metroid Prime stuff that was like said to come. It said it was going to come out, got plagued with some delays and kind of developer hell, and here we are. Metro Prime 4 is around the corner, so we'll see. I mean, it's one of those things. I mean, hey man, Nintendo Switch 2 could be a big seller for that console, I think. So excited for that. All the Monster Hunter people, stand up, baby! Next month, you get your Monster Hunter Wilds. There's a lot of people excited about this. Huge cult following in this game, so this is probably gonna outsell probably most of the stuff in February, for being honest. Like, I think Avowed, there's rumors too, or there's like kind of speculation that Avowed might get overshadowed by this. And so we'll see. But I mean, I'm personally more excited for Avowed, that's because I never really got into Monster Hunter personally. But still excited for those fans, dude. It's a new game for them, so got a lot to sink your teeth into. Adam Fall. British take on Bethesda's widely popular Fallout series. Adam Fall is an open-world survivor game with RPG elements. Where the world is left stuck in the 60s following a nuclear disaster, primarily set in the north of England, it's your job to explore the quarantine zone in search of answers, helping various bayonet camps and mutated beings along the way. Okay. Yeah, I think there was some faint stuff about this.
You don't remember watching the preview for it?
I was trying to remember.
They started announcing it last year. I think we briefly covered it in November. They might have put together a gameplay trailer or something, like a release trailer. It looks cool, to say the least. I don't know if it's my speed personally, but it looks like it's in the Fallout universe.
I mean, yeah, it looks like it's a kind of a spin-off of sorts. Well, not a spin-off, but like it's in that vein of post-apocalyptic. So I can check it out. March. Okay, I'll mark my calendar. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. There's actually some early previews of this that have been out.
Dude, this stuff looks sick.
And
I'm very interested.
Yeah, it's I think there's a decent amount of people, I think, or at least I saw, because I saw like at the date of posting this, I saw Skill Up posted a kind of a first impressions thing. He got like 20 hours in or something like that. he said he loved the first game, and it's pretty much more of that and better. So
Yeah.
one of those things he really enjoyed it. I wasn't aware of how like actual like RPG this game is, and what I mean by that is
Oh
like
yeah.
you're like actually like making
You have
food
roles.
and blacksmithing and doing jobs,
Yeah.
and it's like you're doing every part of that. And I was like, oh wow.
Oh yeah. It's
Yeah,
very serious too. Like people don't
yeah.
mess around.
I was like, okay. I mean,
Very
it's an
cool.
intriguing story from the looks of it. Interesting side quest from what he was talking about. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things. Like, I feel like it may be too slow paced for me, but I mean, if I get a chance, I might check it out. Um, Especially after a couple patches. I don't know. Although he said the bugs didn't seem as bad as the first game. The first game, it was like kind of a small team, so they were kind of rushing it out the door, and so it was really
They were, yeah.
really buggy. But they said this time it seems like they actually took they had a bigger team and they took better care. So we'll see. But yeah, Cube Cloud Deliverance 2, that's coming out next month, February. So excited for that. Kind of see what that does. That's actually like 2 weeks away. That's
Yeah.
pretty close.
It's pretty close.
Two
Really
now,
close.
so Doom: The Dark Ages. Oh, the Doom fans out there, I forgot, dude. You get a new game this year, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Need release dates.
Yep.
That's the plan.
Yep. It's just a nice 2025 right now, so we'll see. But
Yeah, what does that mean though?
I mean, yeah, nothing. So just be careful, everyone. You know, some of these games might not come out, but hey, at least until 26. And the last one, which I'm actually excited for, is Fable. We'll see if it actually does come out this year. Again, it's one of those games. It's been in the works for a while. Finally got some more info on it in 24. So
Right.
So I think it's promising we'll get some more info too this coming Summer Games Fest. I would think so, or maybe even the developer direct. I know Xbox 7 like a developer direct kind of thing later this month.
They
so.
should be. Yeah, they should be, and that'll give us that's actually gonna be really good for us to cover because
Yeah.
a lot of times when they go in the developer direct, they'll talk about their main IPs, which is always good, but they'll sometimes do little segments on the indie devs that are underneath their umbrella.
Yep.
And that's really where it's at, man.
Yeah.
When it comes to games now, it's like if you want to see something cool, you want a new experience, you gotta go indie. And the indie devs, with the tools that they're getting, with the affordability that they have now, you can create something magical.
Yeah, I think there's
And
I want to say there's maybe a new game or something they're announcing too during that. I think they were teasing. So
yeah,
might be something worth checking out. So yeah, I'll definitely be watching it. I watched last year's. I really enjoyed last year's, so definitely gonna watch this year's. Let's see, but yeah, I mean, this thing, Mike. They don't mention Avowed in this. Avowed's kind of one I'm looking forward to a lot.
agreed, yeah.
I'm looking forward to gosh, I can't think of the name. It's the co-op game by my favorite developer, my favorite community creative director. Oh, gosh, I'm embarrassing myself.
Yeah, I can't even think about it. We're at a
Oh man, into the pod, you know. It's like we're getting towards the end. It's like, my brain. It's people that made It Takes Two. What's the name of the?
oh man, what is it called?
I'm trying to find the name. Dude, why is this so Hazelight? Oh my, why am I?
Hazelight, yeah,
That's
yeah,
the name
yeah.
of the
They're
dev.
making split something.
Oh, it is Split Fiction.
Split faction.
Split Fiction. Split Fiction.
Is it
I think
fiction
I
or
think it is-
faction?
I think it's fiction. Split Fiction.
Yeah, because it should be
Yeah,
fiction.
Split Fiction. Split Fiction. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that game looks sick.
looking forward to
Looks
that.
really cool.
That's in March. Be playing that for
Heck yeah.
sure. Yeah.
So sick.
Yeah, those are two games I'm really looking forward to. Obviously, GTA comes out this year. Welcome surprise. I don't expect it to, so we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'll be curious to see some of the RPGs too. Like Kingdom Come, I'll be like Assassin's Creed. I'll be keeping an eye on. Just gonna see. It's hopefully it's not. I'm just hoping for them it's not another like Star Wars Outlaws launch where it just kind of like, mid,
dude.
kind of I don't know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we'll have to play it out and see how it goes. We're still waiting on all the information that's going to be coming out from Nintendo. I mean, there's no confirmation that the Nintendo Switch 2 is coming out this year.
Yeah.
It hasn't been announced. There's been a buttload of credible leaks, but we got to hear it from Nintendo themselves, man.
I need this direct to hit, man.
Exactly. And then all the different things that come into that of new IPs, new games. I don't think we're going to see a new Zelda for a while, but I don't know. They gotta bring some heat.
For
Nintendo's
sure.
gotta bring the heat, man.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
Switch 2. Dude, they need nice launches for Switch 2. Yeah, dude. I'll be curious to see.
yeah. It's gonna be funny when they don't even call it the Switch too.
Yeah, probably not.
It's
No,
gonna it's
Nintendo?
gonna be something entirely
Probably
different.
not.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
yeah.
like
I
the
mean,
I don't know. I don't
th-
even want to try and guess what the name could be. Uh,
they did Nintendo, Super Nintendo,
the GameCube,
and
the Wii, the Wii U,
yeah,
the Switch U.
the Wii U is probably the most sequel it's ever gotten,
Yeah, I know.
right? Or am I missing out? Like they always do something new.
In the modern era, yeah. Probably the most
Yeah,
like sequely. I don't know.
I don't know. It's gonna be so cool. I really like because we don't even have an idea what it looks like, right?
I mean,
Everybody
I
that
think there
I've
was
seen, they just keep showing a Nintendo Switch, and they're like, "It's this, but better." It's like, when has Nintendo ever done that?
I don't know.
Like, other than going from like Game Boy to Game Boy Advance, you know?
Right, yeah. I don't know. Not ever really. I mean, I feel like there's significant difference between each one, so
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I'd be kind of shocked, I feel like, if it was similar to the Switch. That's just me.
it would it'd be out of character because they just came out with the Switch OLED.
Right, yeah. That's your Wii U of the Switch. I'm
That's
just
your
kidding.
no, that's your Nintendo Switch too, man.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Sure, that's your
Anyhow,
mid-tier upgrade.
well, the next big thing to pay attention to, and hopefully by next week we have an announcement about the Nintendo Switch 2, but is we should consider recording kind of later than we normally would so we can cover the Xbox Direct. I
Oh,
think that
okay.
should be a goal of ours. Maybe we'll do like our normal weekly one, and then that can be our individual episode where we talk about the Direct and everything
It's
that's
like a
been
quick
covered.
one. A quick little bang
Yeah,
bang.
yeah,
Okay, I
little
like
quick
that.
little section. We'll do like back to back record. I don't know.
Oh,
But
okay.
that's all I got, man.
Yep.
That seems to be everything for the week. Really, it's kind of been everything for the last month because
Yeah.
after the Game Awards, everything just goes dark and everybody goes home for the holidays.
Yeah, pretty much.
Uh,
Oh,
yeah, but weird, weird times. But I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to get to do our like little fireside chats, do a little bit of yapping for about an hour and a half. We always go
oh
longer than
yeah.
we should, but it's good talks.
Always. Always, yeah. Dude, hopefully next week I sound normal again. So that's my goal.
You sound pretty good. I
Yeah.
can tell you're sick only because I've been listening to your voice for forever. Um,
Yeah.
but it's not as bad as you might think it is. I bet your congestion's like in your ears and you don't hear yourself properly anymore.
It's a
You
little
know?
bits in my ears. It's not like super clogged, thankfully, but yeah, no, I
Yeah.
definitely feel it in my ears a little bit. So
Yeah. Are you
yep.
doing those like turn your shower into a hot sauna and then just stand there so you can like
Done that a couple times,
unclog?
yeah. I've done that a couple
Yeah.
times. Where it's just like just steam it up, baby.
Oh, that's my physical therapy.
Yeah, I know. It's nice though, I
Like
won't lie.
it's like the anime
Uh,
scene where the hero's like contemplating life choices.
yeah.
It just like steams everywhere like
I know, and he's like, what have I done? Yeah.
what have I done? Will she be back? I need to rescue her, but I also don't care. She treated me bad. They deserved it.
I
But it
can't
would be
believe I
wrong for
told
me
her
not
to
to
hear
react.
that.
And then like the most stereotypical Japanese accent and English voice.
And we're canceled. All right, everyone. We'll see you later.
See you later now. I don't think that's canceled. I think we're making fun of like
English dubs.
being yeah, English dubs are just kind of offensive inherently. You know what I mean?
uh, yeah,
Yeah.
perhaps.
Oh, Dragon Ball came back. It's on Crunchyroll. Japanese right now. Has English subtitles.
Oh
I know
shoot.
you didn't even get into Dragon Ball, but
Ah,
my weeb coworker told me all about it, and I'm pretty excited. I gotta go check it out.
let's go.
Yeah, he came back, dude. He came back from like the break, and he goes, bro, I'm like, he's a couple years younger than me. But he's
Yeah,
like, yo, by the way, unmarried, no kids, like just single
sir,
bachelor. And he
sir.
goes, bro, I went full weeb. I was like, what are you talking about? He goes, I have Crunchyroll and I've watched every episode of Naruto. and I'm now on to he like named off like
Oh
5 other ones I've never even heard of. He goes,
gosh,
"I'm deep in it."
did he like 2 times it, or is he like one
He
time
did 2
watching?
times it.
Okay, I was gonna say
He
there ain't no way you're
yeah.
watching all that unless you're watching fast.
Oh, yeah, he was watching fast. And he there's this website apparently, I think you even told me about it, it's pretty well known of the optimal order in which to watch so that you don't have to watch all the filler,
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
yeah, there are sites
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
Yep.
where they give you the rundown, just like, "Only watch this, 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 this."
Yeah,
Even
praying.
with Naruto, it's
There's a
like
lot of animes where
yeah,
you need that. So
yeah,
yep.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
of
smart.
course. Yeah. But anyways, dude, this one's been a heavy one. We took it over an hour and a half, probably an hour 45 by this is all said and done. So if you made it this far, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for showing up. Um, Links are in the description for everything we covered, including timestamps. We got some social media stuff. If you want to hit us up, tell us what's up. If you want to get in touch with us as well. And that's really all I got for this week's episode. Do you want to add anything, Kyle?
Nah, dude, probably gonna go sleep.
Dude, yeah.
uh,
Get some naps in, dude. Your
I'll get
cat's
some
over there
rest in,
chilling.
dude. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
She wants me
Kick
to
him out
join.
of that bed.
She wants me to join her.
Very cool.
There.
My dog is probably under the bed. He's freaking weird, man. He had an eventful day, so he's probably sleeping. Um, Anyhow, that's enough rambling, yapping. We just want to thank you guys for tuning in at the start of this season. Don't feel like you got to go back. These are basically just weekly news reports at the end of the day. Um, Hopefully, we get some more evergreen content up on the tubes. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's all I really got to add. Kyle, last thing, you got anything to add?
Nah, man. Keep gaming, everyone.
Cool.
Get
Yeah,
excited
keep
for the
gaming.
year.
We appreciate you. I'm Michael Anthony, Kyle Heath. This is the M2 podcast. We'll see you next week, and it's good to be back. Peace out. Touchdown.